Officer Flanagan, this is Robert Tangway. I am recording this conversation because you're asking me questions. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay.
What's this conversation going to entail? Because we were originally talking about
So I brought up that on November 17th, 2022, I was at the state office, and then 2 hours afterwards, an officer got shot and killed. Correct?
Right. I just didn't know why you were bringing those two up at the same time. What your situation had to do with that?
Well, because I said while everybody was looking out for me and defaming me and spreading lies at the state office, they weren't dealing with whatever caused that gentleman to, or not gentleman, that criminal, if he did it, to shoot an officer.
Okay.
So there's what's called opportunity cost. So whenever you take the resources such as the Sununu Youth Center, where kids were getting raped and beat, and also the $100 and something million and up to $1 billion liability. Well, that money is not going into schools. Those efforts aren't going into protecting citizens like myself. So there's an opportunity cost. So when governments don't do their job properly, there's an opportunity cost with the funding and resources. Like you were talking about earlier, how, you guys get a lot of calls that people don't realize that you guys only do internal investigations and stuff like that. It's really the police's job to do investigations for crimes. And so that takes up resources from you.
I didn't say that, though. And that's why you're taking out of context. I said that we get calls a lot at this office regarding cases that we either wouldn't have jurisdiction on or wouldn't be involved in. Doesn't mean we don't investigate crimes. What I'd like to do, Robert, at this time is I told you I'd look at your affidavit that you sent in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over it. You told me what you feel is that there is evidence to support our involvement in investigation. I will look at that and I will reach back out to you. I don't know that will be today, but I will reach back out to you after I've had a chance to review it.
Okay.
Does that sound fair enough? And that's really
yes, Mr.
all
Flanagan. So what I'm asking, that if you determine that there's not, things aren't clear, there's not enough evidence to do anything, or it's really the police's duty, I need a written statement kind of order. I need you to work with the individual agencies to get it rectified. The evidence is clear. The mother.
My response to you most likely will be in writing, Rob. It'll probably be an email once I've had a chance to look at this. Is everything in this affidavit that you feel we can make the decision on?
Right. Well,
you said it was earlier. I just want to.
Right, and there's nothing clear, but like I can't make you do anything, and you can't make me do anything.
No,
right. So if you don't want to do work, people naturally don't want to do work. That's.
I'm going to stop you there because then you're going into this. This isn't fair, Rob.
Well, all I'm asking.
You don't know me. I work hard. I've worked hard my whole career. So I think at this point we're pretty much done.
So Mr. Flanagan, all I'm asking.
No, you tend to go down a road that.
I'm asking for one.
I don't need to listen to it. I will call you. You've asked me to look at this affidavit. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't need to be berated by you.
I'm not berating you.
Do my job.
I'm asking one simple thing. I think Mr. Flanagan, yeah. All I'm asking is that all I'm asking is that when you do your response, that you go, if you can't find, so you have two options. One, you make an affidavit roughly for arrest, right? Where you'll have to describe what you saw and this is why there's an affidavit for an arrest and this is why we're going to take action. Or the other opposing is what I've typically seen is we saw nothing, case closed. I don't want that. That makes me feel like you're not trying. So I'm asking that you go, he said this, he said this, he said this, he said this, he provided this, I reviewed this information here, I did this, I did that, and then therefore I came to no conclusion. And then that way I could go, well, I think that you missed this point and I can give you that evidence if you don't
But I
have...
asked you early on, I asked you, and you said yes. Everything I needed was in this affidavit. So
And
is that not right now, or what?
that affidavit calls the Supreme Court case. All the evidence is in the file at Supreme Court and also at the lower courts, which are called. So everything's in there. You just have to go and get it. If you want me to give it to you or grant permission for you to go get the public files, which are public in the court, that can happen. But you would have to go get those files. Those files are very large, but they're in order and they contain everything that you need to see. So does my brief. So again, it's not a simple matter. If it was a simple matter, such as, someone got caught red-handed with a knife in someone's chest with their hand on the knife, and then the police came and saw it, well, that's a pretty clear-cut case, right? But this isn't. And that's the reason why it's to investigate fraud, you have to go about and look at the details. So my affidavit is based upon all of the evidence that's claimed in that right there. So thank you. So I just want you to provide a complete response. I think that most likely if you do what I feel would be a good job, would be you call me back and say, Robert, I'm missing something here. Can you please explain this? And then I would definitely be able to do that for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
all right,
Mr. Flanagan. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay.